Welcome to another episode of Gaming and Performance. I'm your host. I have returned with another video. And in this video, it's a continuation of my prior video in which we found out that gameplay experience as an Xbox user was a bit more harsh than it is on the PlayStation. So let us continue. Before I get started here today, I want to talk to you about the article from The Verge talking about the FTC's filings against Microsoft for their Game Pass changes. It reads in part, Microsoft price increases and product degradation combined with Microsoft's reduced investments in output and product quality via employee layoffs are the hallmarks of a firm exercising market power post-merger, says FTC in a filing today, which is the day of time of the article being posted. Product degradation, removing the most valuable games from Microsoft's new service combined with price increases for existing users is exactly the sort of consumer harm from the merger, the FTC has alleged. Now, some other places have picked up on it as well. FTC calls Xbox Game Pass price hikes exactly the sort of consumer harm it tried to stop. FTC calls Game Pass changes product degradation in their Microsoft case appeal. And I thought that this was important to point out before I get started. We've met again and we partied up. This time we had a couple of consoles, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series S, 2 PlayStations, and a PC. We wanted to do some further tests since Microsoft has acquired Activision, if whether or not you're getting a better gameplay experience as an Xbox user. Before I had released the other video, I found out later on that they had actually increased the price of the Game Pass and restructured it. So is it worth getting the Game Pass to play the game on the Xbox when we had found out then that the gameplay experience on the PlayStation was much more enjoyable? Now, we had to quantify that and to go into details to find out what exactly is causing the issue. And what we found is that for some reason on the Xbox, there is a specific targeted latency lag issue. Now, let me give you an example. You can play a game and it'll show a ping of, let's say, 25 milliseconds for the Xbox. And everything's supposed to be fine at 25 milliseconds. However, for some reason, players are skipping across the screen. They're not there. And then, next thing you know, if you got a combatant in front of you, you don't even know that they were there and you don't have enough time to react. They're shooting you down. You're just standing there. Now, that's lag, right? That's how lag normally works when the server is lagging or you're lagging. But in this case, there was no indication of packet bursts, packet loss, or any indication of latency variances or whatever the case may be. Nothing came up on the screen. So how is this happening? Well, the only way that it can happen is their setup is telling me that there's nothing wrong with your internet connection. It's the server. So why is the server having this problem? I don't know. So we test further, play a couple of matches. And what we did was we decided to take the Xbox and switch the internet connection with the PlayStation to make sure to see if whether or not the Xbox is the issue, something about the Xbox, some sort of update, whatever, Is there something about the Xbox causing this? So when we switched it, the issue still followed the Xbox. It didn't come back and happen on the PlayStation. That told us the internet connection was stable and fine. We didn't switch it back. We left it that way. The issue still followed the Xbox. We needed to test a little further. So what we did this time is that we had the Xbox owner host a lobby of 3 of us, the other 2 being 2 PlayStation players. Now, when we entered to the lobby, the results was everybody in that party experienced this specific tailored latency issue. The PlayStation players, for the first time, experienced what the Xbox player was having on their own hardware. They're saying they never had this before. They never had this kind of issue before. So what we have is quantifiable evidence for us. I'm only relaying the information to you, but for us, we had quantifiable information that tells us that the Xbox hardware is not the problem. What is the problem? And it seems to be that it is the server, but not really the server, because other players are not having this problem. Whether they are PlayStation or Xbox or PC, no one else is having this problem. What is going on here? You would think that everybody is on Xbox is having this problem. It's been reported that a lot of players are having this problem, and they are. But in this lobby, no one else seems to notice the problem, at least not bad enough where we notice the tailored latency issues of firing and nothing happens. have to fire again to get the gun to fire. Trying to strafe left and right and it doesn't do anything. You have to do it again. But running back and forth, it always registers, but input slow. You can have 200, 300 milliseconds go by before the action implements and the player starts moving forward, that kind of thing. But it never not works. That is very sneaky because you will notice right away if you're trying to move and it doesn't move, you'll know right away that there's a latency issue. But to move and never get that missed movement, to only get it when you're strafing, that hit me in the feels, okay? Doesn't make sense. And it seems to be something that is tailor made to do that, in my opinion. And the only reason why I say that is because I experienced that on the PC playing Cold War. And there was one particular desert map with the down plane or something like that where I saw it the most. That was the most hated map. It had so much odd lag like that it reminded me, it took me back to Cold War. I hadn't seen it since. I never saw it in Vanguard, never saw it in Modern Warfare 2. Now, in the world's going on with this, because as a consumer, how am I to be enticed or to think that buying a better subscription to the Game Pass for Black Ops 6, if the experience on Xbox is so horrible? I would just pay more to buy a PlayStation 5, buy a $80, $90 account to go online and play games online, buy Black Ops 6 and call it a day if I'm a hardcore gamer that wants to play Black Ops 6. But I'm personally not interested in doing that either because the developer got up there and said, I don't like loop streaks. That's how I interpreted him saying it. And I'm going, whoa, wait a minute. I do it in the world. What? So now I don't like that he said that. So now I'm not pre-ordering Black Ops 6 and I'm not going to buy the Game Pass. And I'm going to wait and see if people complain of this issue and if it's a continuation. And that means at the very end, if I do buy it, I'm going to buy it half off on Black Friday. Thank you for your time. Have a nice day.
Mission is complete. Good work.
You're making this all about you, but really it's all about...
Good job.
You're making this all about you, but really it's all about me.